everyone. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your likes, comments, etc. I really appreciate that. And welcome to my channel, Perspective 1111. My name is Nikki, and this is a twin flame, twin soul, divine soulmate energy reading for the twin collective, okay, for the month of July. Intuitively, when I connected to the collective energy, I was feeling a lot of anxiety. I feel the divine feminine is very focused. There's a lot of like focus energy in the divine feminine. Some of you, this could be focusing on your masculine, but I was getting a sense of more materialistic things, like possibly focusing on work or your home, mission, things like that. There is frustration here, though. The divine masculine, if anybody caught my channeled messages, I'm still picking up on that same energy, that the divine masculine has more love coming in. And so he's feeling this. And it's like I said in the channeled messages, that he wanted to dip his toe in the pool type thing, right? Test the waters. And I feel, well, I don't feel, well, I do feel as well, but I mean, when I was connecting through, I had the song by Chicago called, "Will You Still Love Me for the Rest of My Life?" I'll put a link in the description box for you guys to listen to that song, but it does really depict this whole wanting to test the water thing, wondering. It's like a wondering energy, like wondering, well, if I go there, you know, what will happen? Like, it's almost like he wants a guarantee. That's what I've been picking up on intuitively. So let's see what comes out in the cards. I'm going to be using the what's it called? Chakra Insight, is that what it's called? Where's the box? Yeah, Chakra Insight Oracle, Energy Oracle cards, and Dreams of Gaia Tarot for this reading, okay? So let's get going. All right. All right, so I'm going to pull two oracle cards, one energy and one from the chakra deck for the overall energy of the twins. So that's the collective energy of both combined, right? The overall energy of the twin flame collective. All right. Spirit, please, overall energy for twin flames, divine soulmates, twin souls, overall collective energy. We have all tied up in reverse. These off the table, actually. All right. Overall energy, twin flames, divine soulmates, twin souls, masculine and feminine, please. Overall collective energy. Okay, well, what do we got here as we fell down? Relationships. Well, that's interesting, because that came out as well with the Ascension reading I did on the weekend for the solar eclipse, right? That same card came out. Okay, so the overall theme or overall energy for the twin collective right now, masculine and feminine combined, is all tied up in relationships. So we are in the season of Cancer, and we did just go through the new moon and solar eclipse, which is why relationships is here. Okay, Cancerian energy is all about relationships, evaluating your relationships, having a healthy and good relationship. So this includes intimacy, freedom in your relationships, acceptance, trust. This card actually reflects on seeing yourself in other people. It reflects on namaste. There's also I think it's a Mayan saying, where it's, I see in you myself, or I see you too in myself, something like that. I can't remember the actual Mayan words, but there is one like that that's referred to in this actual, that's where I read it, was in the actual guidebook that goes along with these cards. So it's about seeing yourself in the other person. It's about recognizing the dynamic between you and recognizing the reflection. And then we have all tied up, and all tied up is very much being stuck in your head, right? It's feeling stuck. It's feeling like you can't move forward. 8 of Swords energy, okay? This being stuck in a loop or a pattern of thoughts. It's because something we are not feeling, our inner truth or our environment is not aligning with what we believe, our thoughts, what we believe or what we've been taught, things like that, okay? And then we get in this loop. So something has to give, right? You either have to not feel the way you do or not think the way you do, one of the two. And considering that thoughts are your illusion and truth is what you feel on the inside, this would be a belief. Okay, so this is like the way that you think or perceive, or your perspective on relationships. So viewing your relationships, really trying to understand something, aligning your thoughts with your truth, with your inner truth. So that would be the overall theme here for Twin Flames, Divine Soulmates. Okay. So I'm going to pull, like I said, cards for the masculine and cards for the feminine. And I do have a very specific spread that I've drawn up with placements, what each one means, because there's a few things I really wanted to hit on during this flip. So I'm going to pull the Divine Masculine, all the Divine Masculine cards first, and then the Divine Feminines. We'll get them all out. So Divine Masculine, here we go. So we have the 4 of Air, Queen of Fire, 7 of Water, King of Air, 4 of Earth in reverse, the Maiden, Perception, Destiny, and then we have the 7 of Fire, Divine Feminine. We have the 8 of Swords. Well, there's your all tied up. We have the 5 of Water. I hope you guys can see these. These cards are a little bit bigger than the traditional tarot cards too, so. Queen of Air. Six of Air. 10 of Air. Oh, Divine Feminine. Okay, the Sensual. I never know if I'm saying that right. If anybody knows if I'm saying that right. The seneschal, I never know if I'm saying that right, of Earth, faith, thought, and the Queen of Water. Wow, that's nice, actually. Okay. So, all right. So the first placement here is overall energy. So the overall energy of the Divine Masculine is the Four of Air. So taking a pause, taking time to go through thoughts, figure thoughts out. We have the heart chakra lit up here. We also have the clock, which can indicate something in divine timing. It can also indicate somebody feeling pressured to figure something out. But trying to get clear, okay? Calculating, taking the time to get back. This is, well, it's summer here in North America, so Canada, Ontario. So going to the beach, sticking your feet in the sand, laying back in the sun, and just allowing yourself to go through your thoughts, really trying to get in tune with your truth. This is trying to discover what's true for you with the Four of Swords, right? So the Divine Feminine overall energy, we have the Eight of Swords. This is this all tied up. This is being stuck in your head. This is focusing on something. See, this is your truth. This is your inner truth here lit up, right? Your light body, your inner truth. And then you've got the swords. You've got your thoughts. And they're causing pain. They're causing pain here. So something in your reality or something in your thought process, possibly a belief or the way that you perceive something, causing you pain because it's not aligned with the truth. It's not aligned with inner truth, your real truth, right? The truth of who you are deep down, the truth of what you want deep down, the truth of what you need deep down, the truth of where you're going deep down, and something is not aligning right. So notice I got the two swords here, one upside down that's causing pain and then another. So the truth is in here somewhere. This upright sword, this is the truth. One thought is resonating with how you're feeling, but something is preventing you from being able to choose that thought, from being able to move in that direction. So how is the Divine Masculine seeing the feminine? We have Queen of Air. So he's seeing you as vibrant. He's seeing you as, he's inspired by you. You turn him on, right? He finds you sexy. He has a lot of passion for you. He sees you as a passionate person. He sees you as full of life. You are what lights him up. Thinking of you lights him up. He sees you as freedom. He sees you as inspired and creative, right? Hot stuff there, Divine Feminine. Hot stuff there, he thinks. Divine Feminine, how is she seeing the Divine Masculine right now? Here we have grief, loss, regret, pain. This is focusing on one thing. So this would be this Eight of Swords, right? Or part of this Eight of Swords. So the Divine Feminine is possibly viewing the Divine Masculine as something she has lost, something she's grieving, something she's really sad about, something, I'm going to say regret, but it's not regret meeting him. It's not regret loving him. It's regret he's not with her, okay? It's regret they're not together. It's that regret. It's not regretting of doing something. So this is the way she is seeing the Divine Masculine right now. She's full of sadness, heartache, right? Pain, really missing him, and full of regret that she isn't with him, that they aren't together for whatever reason. So how is the Divine Masculine feeling about Divine Feminine? And we have Seven of Water. And in this deck, Seven of Water is about being in the flow. It's about drawing things to you. Everything draws to you. You're in the flow. You're able to see, right? You're able to see, and you draw things to you. So the Divine Masculine is feeling very drawn to you right now. He feels like you draw him in. He feels like he's being pulled to you. This is that magnetic force of the Divine Feminine when she connects to her masculine, that magnetic force between the two. So he's feeling very pulled to you, very drawn to you. He feels that you draw him in. And then we have the Queen of Air here for how the Divine Feminine is feeling about the masculine. So she feels she either feels he is wise or he needs to wisen up, okay? He needs to get some clarity, some understanding. He needs to be able to discern his truth, the Queen of Air. She could also be viewing him as cold right now, distant, emotionally detached from her right now, and that he needs some understanding, some clarity. He needs to be able to discern his truth, understand his truth. So that's how she's feeling about him right now, which makes complete sense. If she is feeling or seeing him as a loss right now, seeing him as somebody she is grieving right now, and feeling like he needs to figure out his truth. He needs to, and feeling like he's emotionally detached from her right now. So how is the Divine Masculine seeing the connection right now? We have King of Air. So here we have a couple, a mirroring couple here, okay? We have the Queen of Air in the heart energy of Divine Feminine, and then we have the King of Air from the Divine Masculine as how he's viewing this connection. So he is seeing this connection as the King of Air is all about, he's controlling and commanding, right? He can be a little quick with his tongue, too quick with his tongue. But the King of Air, he demands respect. So the way he's seeing this connection, because he's feeling drawn, so drawn and pulled to the feminine and inspired by her, she lights him up when he thinks about her, turns him on, right? He feels this connection is demanding. This connection is authoritative. It's, and possibly a contract. King of Air is also about legalities and contracts. So he could be starting to view this connection as a contract. He could be starting to have that awareness. But regardless, he is viewing it as something that is demanding his attention. That's how he's viewing the connection right now. So how is Divine Feminine viewing the connection? And we have Six of Air in reverse. So she is viewing the connection as a stalemate. So the two energies here stuck in the middle. The dark and the light, right? And requiring movement together up. Requiring movement together up. This is the coming together of two energies, and it's in reverse. So stagnation. Something that's not moving, something that's not developing, something that's not growing. This is the growth going up here. So she's viewing this connection right now as something that is not
moving, something that isn't growing, something that is stuck at a stalemate. This is why she's tied up in her heads. She only has one head. She's tied up in her head and feeling this loss and regret and grief. So that is how she is viewing the connection. So that would be like the third dimension, okay? That would be what is showing in the third dimension energies. So then I was asking, what does the divine masculine want? And we have the Four of Earth in reverse. So he wants a solid foundation. He wants to be able to let go of whatever's holding him back. He wants to possibly know that this foundation is not going to fall apart. You know, he's got so much passion and so much desire for his feminine. And so there's fear that this foundation isn't going to hold up. There's fear that this pull or flow that he feels drawn to the divine feminine is something that possibly is going to flow right through and break down this foundation in some way. So he's not trusting the love, the foundation right now. He is not trusting that right now. He wants to know it's not going to break down. I think this is the energy I was picking up on testing the water, dipping the toe in the pool, right? Wanting to know that it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to break down. So what does the divine feminine want? We have Ten of Air in reverse. So the divine feminine wants an end to this Eight of Swords energy and this Four of Water, okay? She wants an end. She wants, I'm hearing decision. She wants a decision from the divine masculine. She wants him to hurry up and make his choice. She wants him to discern his truth, okay? She wants this energy to end. She wants this heartache and heartbreak and this sadness and these waves of upset and being apart from her masculine. She wants him to see the way forward, right? This is clarity here. So she wants clarity. She wants this overwhelming energy of not being clear on what's going on. She wants to just know where he's at. I'm sure a lot of divine feminines would be just happy even with a, hey, you know, this is what I'm thinking and feeling. I don't know how to deal with this right now, but this is what I'm thinking and feeling. And I think the divine feminine will be happy with that, because then she knows there is no stagnation. Something is moving, something is shifting, something is changing, right? So for this position here is what the divine masculine is healing. So the divine masculine is healing the maiden. This is abundance. This is confidence. This is self-worth, self-value, which would explain this Four of Earth being in reverse, wanting to know this foundation isn't going to break down. The maiden, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, the confidence, right? Healing confidence in himself, confidence in the connection, the truth, confidence in what he is feeling and the thoughts that he is having. So healing some of his self-worth. And for the divine feminine here, we have the Seneschal in reverse. Seneschal of Earth in reverse. So this is healing. This is, the Seneschal upright is doing your thing, right? Creating bringing something into the material world, creating something. It's like taking action, moving forward, taking action. It's earth energy. So this would be a relationship taking off and moving forward. This would be the purchase of a house. This would be acting within a new job. This would be fully being in your mission. This would be being in the active flow of abundance, and it's in reverse. So divine feminine could be struggling in getting something going. She could be struggling with finances. She could be struggling with her home environment. In reverse, this indicates pack mentality. Okay, so this is like doing what you are supposed to do or expected to do, or what other people want you to do, and not so much what it is that you are really desiring to do, or the way you want to do it, or the way you want to do it. So this is like a card of self-sacrifice. There's self-sacrifice here. This can also be self-sabotage, because you're doing what you think you have to do, following the line. And you may need to go outside the box to be able to create what it is you want to create. You may need to go outside that old paradigm box of whatever this is for you, that there's something about your thought process or the way that you are trying to manifest something. Something keeps interfering with your truth and drawing you back to following like a set of rules or a blueprint. And this blueprint, or the way that you are going about this, is not really aligned with your truth or what it is you want, your vision for it, because there's obstacles that whatever it is you're believing or thinking, or the way that it has to be done, are bigger obstacles than if maybe you went around it and did it a different way, or saw it from a different vantage point. But this is in reverse. This is self-sacrifice, self-sabotage, pack mentality, following the leader. So this is what divine feminine is healing right now. The divine feminine energy. And this would go hand in hand with this self-esteem. See that? It creates these, so it's like self-esteem and self-value that can create pack mentality, that wanting to be accepted has always been done, or the way something has always been done, right? And then we have here for divine masculine, what's the obstacle? What's his blockage? What's the obstacle? It's perception. So seeing something from a higher perspective, from a higher vantage point, clarity, understanding, hiding behind the mask of ego, the story you tell yourself. I believe this is, because this is what I'm hearing in my head right now. I'm only as good as I am a father. So this is this perception, right? Or I'm only as good as I am at my job, or I'm only as good as the car I drive, or worth. Not as good, but worth. So this perception of placing worth onto material things is what I'm getting here. And this would line up with the divine feminine, what she's healing, because this is about the material world, right? So it's doing what you think you should do or what's expected of you, rather than what you really want or feel. And a perception needs to be changed on that. And what is the blockage for divine feminine? We have faith. This is the coming together of everything, right? We have the bird, we have the wolf, we have the earth, the trees, we have the sea turtle who has the freedom of the sea, but also very protected by his shell. And bringing everything together, we have flower here, blossoming, blooming. We have the awareness, so the cosmic support. We have all the stars lining up here. This is faith. Faith, trust that everything is going to align. You have the support to bring new life to whatever it is that you want to do, all together here in you're protected, you're safe, you're secure, bringing your wisdom of the bird, the wisdom. The bird flies and gets a high vision, right? A higher perspective, a bird's eye view, the loyalty and unconditional love of a dog, bringing life, birthing new things, all together. The faith that everything is going to come together for you is your obstacle right now, divine feminine. Keeping the faith during this time where you're questioning, where you're trapped in your head, where you feel stagnant and stuck on something you are trying to create. So if this is just a relationship for you, there could be a perception that you're holding on to, or a perspective that you're holding on to that is not aligning with your truth. And this can be as simple as the American dream. We were all brought up. So if it's a belief to do with a relationship, we're all brought up, for example, to believe in that American dream, right? The man, the woman, the 2.5 kids, the dog, the white picket fence, the 2 cars in the driveway, the pool in the backyard, whatever it is for you. And that belief, that perception, that this is the way, that rigidness, that can be something that blocks you bringing in your highest love, your highest relationship. That's attaching something of worth and value to something materialistic. Right? Because my relationship isn't going to be good unless it has this. As opposed to just what you feel. So what does the divine masculine want to tell the divine feminine right now? And we have destiny here. That's awesome. So he wants to tell the divine feminine that he's feeling, or he's knowing, one or the other. He could be feeling it, or he could be knowing it, or he could be starting to sense it. This is all the senses here. We've got the bird, we've got the third eye open, right? This is deep down in the root of something, the stability of something, and the heart energy here. So this is, this is my destiny. This is where I'm going. So some of them could be either starting to sense this, feel this, or have an awareness of this. So the divine masculine energy wants to tell the divine feminine, you're my destiny. I feel this is destined, or I know this is destined, whatever it is for you, depending on where you are on the journey. What does the divine feminine want to tell the divine masculine? And we have thought. So this can literally be her saying, you're overwhelming me with thoughts. I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you. She can also be telling him that to be careful of your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. Make sure your thoughts align with how you feel. Thought is, I think it's the second most active or productive energy that creates our reality. The way we think, what we think, how often we think it. So the divine feminine is telling the masculine to be aware of his thoughts. Pay attention to his thoughts. This cauldron here lit up. This could be an indication that to pay attention, to be observant. See that we have a mask here that's more solid, and then one that's kind of like ghosty or illusionary, right? So pay attention to your dreams, divine masculine. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to things that you are seeing that seem to talk to you. These could be numbers, these could be dreams, these could be a phrase or a word or a song that keeps popping up in front of you or in your head, or you turn the radio on and this particular song is on and it brings up, you know, feelings or memories. These are messages. These are indicating to you which direction is your destiny. They're trying to help you come out of any kind of fear and move in the direction towards your soul path. So the divine feminine, it wants to tell the masculine to pay attention. So what is the divine masculine contributing? The divine masculine energy contributing to the union energy right now, and we have 7 of fire. The 7 of fire in this deck is, it's feeling your passion, feeling your creativity, feeling your inspiration, feeling your intuition, okay? And see the way she's grasping her throat there? I don't know if you guys can see that. See the way she's grasping her throat there? Wanting to express what she's feeling on the inside. What feels so familiar, the 2 familiars here. What feels so familiar to her. What she knows with the 3rd eye here above her crown chakra. What she knows deep inside, and wanting to express that out. This is the intuition. Persistent fire energy here coming through. And what's the divine feminine energy putting into union energy right now? We have Queen of Water. This is the Cancerian Queen. In the Cancer season we have, she's aware, she's intuitive, she's insightful, she's creative. She knows when to give and receive love. So this is about balancing those energies, being able to give and receive in equal amounts. So in the union energy here from each of the twins, or each of the energies, the divine masculine, divine feminine, the masculine energy is being pulled in with more intuition, more understanding, more clarity, more insight in regards to love, in regards to being able to give and receive love, in regards to the heart opening, in regards to being balanced in love. This is also confidence, confident in what you know, confident in what you feel. She's also awesome at keeping boundaries, right? Not allowing her energy to be sucked dry by other people. So this can be receiving intuition and guidance and understanding that certain people draw on you. So if you are in a relationship where you feel that that may be happening, gaining some insight and some clarity on that, or a situation or a job or a family environment where you feel like you're being drained all the time. So, you know, learning like this is not a good situation for me, or not a good person for me to be around, or not the best job for me, whatever it is for you. But gaining more clarity, more insight, more intuition, more passion, more creativity in regards to love, in regards to that heart opening, and being balanced within it, having good boundaries with it, knowing when to give or receive, knowing when you're giving too much. Freedom here, freedom and acceptance and trust, trusting what you're feeling, right? trusting your intuition, being able to give and receive freely, accepting what is true for you, and trusting it. So this is that would be what's in the union energy, what each are contributing to the union energy right now. So 2 divine feminine energies in the union energy. So that divine feminine coming in with that solar eclipse and the new moon in Cancer, that magnetic charge coming through and pushing out lower vibrations, right? 2 feminine energies in the union energy right now. So let's get some guidance. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say on guidance, etc. So these are the Atlantis cards. This is a big DNA activation too, from the 7 chakra system to the 12 chakra system. That more intuitive energy coming through. That's activating through the strands of our DNA, those dormant strands. That was in my new moon reading for the Ascension energies. Okay, I actually got 2 pop out here. Nature and sound and music. All right, so nature. The golden Atlanteans honored every aspect of the natural world, understanding that everyone and everything is part of Source. Humans, animals, and nature work together, and there is no fear between the species. Plants reciprocated with the bountiful harvest. Animals gave their produce freely and lovingly. Recognizing the divine uniqueness of all life forms, the people never tried to alter or interfere with the genetic blueprint of life. This card reminds you to recognize and honor your uniqueness and that of everyone else. Consciously contribute to the well-being of the natural world and notice how people, animals, and plants respond to you. Your guidance is to check your thoughts, words, and deeds are harmless and well-intentioned. Then your rewards will be bountiful beyond your expectations. This is what Divine Feminine was telling Divine Masculine, right? Pay attention to your thoughts. This also refers to this Henschel. I don't know how I'm saying that. Refers to this Henschel. Where did I see it? That jogged by. Recognizing and honor your uniqueness and that of everyone else. We're not carbon copies of each other. We're not clones, right? So not following the pack. Recognize where you're unique, where you are unique, and where you want to place your creativity and what it is you want to create with that. And then as long as you're not doing anything that's going to put you in jail to create it, you're good to go, right? You don't have to do the exact same thing or believe the exact same thing as everybody around you or do what's expected of you in order to create it. And then we have sound and music. In Golden Atlantis, the people loved harmonious music that kept their frequency high, provided inspiration, and opened up creativity. They built sound chambers of perfect geometric proportions for healing and to balance the chakras. Appropriate music was played in the teaching temples so that children's minds would be receptive to absorbing and assimilating information. In the Halcyon times, there was no rock or heavy metal, as no one needed to express disharmony or discord. Instead, they were attuned to the infinite. That's kind of stereotypical, honestly. No rock or heavy metal. There's a lot of rock and heavy metal songs that are about love that are very deep. But I do understand the tone or vibration of the song. I get that. This is the card of harmony. Your guidance is to make sure that everything in your life is in balance and accord. Learn to teach in a relaxed way. Learn or teach in a relaxed way. It is also a reminder that beautiful music and chanting can change your mood and lift your spirits. So listening to meditations, listening to high frequencies, the 412 frequency of unconditional love, throwing it on when you go to sleep at night, or the 528, I don't know all the frequencies off the top of my head, but these frequencies that will help clear blockages in because it's frequency. Anything that is frequency is going to affect your frequency. So a high frequency running through your body at any given time or at night is going to help break down and break apart low frequencies in your being. Okay? So let's see what the Romance angels want to say. Okay, we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So I do believe this is this is referring to this worry about, does this have a foundation that's reliable? Can I trust what I'm feeling? Can I trust what I'm feeling? Give your relationship a chance. Look at how passionate they are embraced here. This is trusting how you are feeling. And we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So divine masculines, if any of you are questioning if this is your destiny, if this is the direction you should go, if this is your person, it absolutely is. If you're resonating with these energies and there's somebody in mind, somebody that you have been struggling with these feelings for, this is the one, guys. This is the one. Ooh. We have children. And then we also have let your friends help you. That fell out with it. So for some of you, there could be children involved, which could be on somebody's mind, right? Or a consideration or a fear. This can also be some grief or loss, some of this self-esteem and doing what you are taught or doing what you are told rather than what you feel you should do. Could be coming from a inner child pattern that you have, that you need to let go of, that you need to release. So something purging out through the inner child, whether it's something that you've inherited or something that you have been taught. And then we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So if you need help with energy healing, find an energy healer. Talk to people. Share in the comments down below, right? Get support from your tribe, from people who are going through the same thing as you. With this twin journey, there's no point in telling somebody who isn't experiencing this, because they will not understand. They cannot understand. So this is about, turning to your community, turning to like-minded people to help you sort through things, to help you clear things, to help you understand things. Messages for twin flames, divine soulmates, twin souls, please. We have sever your vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Okay? Self-sacrifice, self-sabotage. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So those that are stuck in karmic situations, this could be a vow that you took, either subconsciously at some point, you know, when you experience something and then you're like, oh my God, I will never do that again. I will never put my faith or my trust or my, you know, I will never believe. Like if you state that unconsciously, you're making a vow. This can also be carried over from prior lifetimes as well. You know, maybe you were a monk, maybe you were a priest, maybe you were a nun, maybe you were, you know, something like that, where you took a vow of poverty. And so you are having a hard time manifesting something into your reality because you have a vow to deny yourself of that. Whether it is denying yourself of the perfect love or your true love, or whether it's denying yourself material wealth, money. But there is something that you could be self-sabotaging yourself with, self-sacrificing. Whether you're self-sacrificing your own happiness or your own love or your own thoughts, or whether you are sacrificing something materially. It's all energetically the same. And then we have moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So if there's something you're trying to manifest, this is a good indication that you're going to be successful in doing so. But you may need to do it a bit by bit while doing something you may not really want to do, but you're going to have to do for a little bit. This can also be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be work, okay? This can also be, decorating your house, right? You can do it in little bits and pieces. Do something in little bits and pieces. It's basically what this is about. Doing something a little bit at a time. As long as you do with something a little bit at a time, you are in the momentum of moving something forward. So if you have, say for example, 3 rooms in your house that are like wall-to-wall boxes and clutter, and you just never did anything about it when you moved here 10 years ago, you haven't needed that stuff, but you just haven't bothered to go through it either, and it's cluttering up your environment. A little bit a day. You don't have to take a whole week off work and get it done. As long as you are in the flow of moving something, of creating something, it's going to, you're going to create it. It's basically what this card is letting you know. So I'm going to close up with a couple of Divine Oracle cards, guys. And I would really appreciate your likes, your comments, shares. I'd love to read your comments. Seriously, let me know if it resonates for you. Especially the message. I've been getting a message that A lot of the divine feminine archetypes are feeling and associating to the divine masculine energies now because of this integration, because of this, the divine feminine energy embracing more of the masculine. You're becoming more aware of your inner masculine energy. So I'm really interested in knowing how many divine feminines are seeing that they're resonating a lot with the divine masculine side. That's why I did it this way. And vice versa. If you're a masculine, I would love to know how much of your feminine side that you are feeling right now. Final messages for twins, twin flames, twin souls, divine soulmates, please. Final messages. Final message for twin flames, twin souls, divine soulmates, please. Okay, we got 3. We have tune out distractions. This is other people's opinions and expectations, these things that you believe you have to do and what's expected of you. These are your distractions, right? Or anything that takes you away from what it is you are trying to create or focus on that is positive is a distraction. Accept what is dying. So if something is breaking down in your life, if something is trying to pull away, don't fight it. Don't get yourself stuck in this mental mess of the truth isn't resonating with the, or your inner truth isn't resonating with your environment or your thoughts. Allow yourself to let go of whatever this is that is trying to break down or break away from your life, whether it's a relationship, a person, a job, a way of being, a way of thinking, a belief that you carry, and then make a plan. Make a plan to fulfill your destiny and live your happiest, most fulfilling life possible here. Have your happiest, most fulfilling experience here, because that is why we are here. That is why we choose to come, to incarnate into a physical being, so that we can experience the joys of all these energies, these passions, this love in a physical way. Don't deny yourself that, right? Don't deny yourself the luxuries and the passion and the love because somebody expects you to do something else or limits you to do something else, keeping you all tied up. If you are a feminine archetype and you're resonating a lot more with the divine masculine energy, that's awesome, because that means your masculine's coming more into balance with your feminine. And your feminine is of a higher resonance than what is coming to push stuff through right now. If you are a masculine and you're really feeling a lot of your feminine energy, again, you're coming more into inner balance. That's awesome. So I've been seeing this mirroring, like direct mirroring, in a lot of masculine feminine readings over the last few months, getting closer and closer and closer and closer together. So I really feel a lot of people are going to be bouncing back and forth between these two energies within themselves going forward over the next, year, months to year, weeks to months to year, depending on where you are on the journey. So that's what I got, guys. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank you for your support, and I'm sending you lots of love and light. Okay? Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.